Hello everyone, Georgios Papadopoulos here and welcome back to COMNET Protocols. Today we are breaking down two tiny but powerful bits in every MAC address. The IG bit, which tells us if it's a unicast or multicast, and the UL bit, which tells us if it is universal or locally assigned. Let's see how they make our networks tick. To understand this better, we will take a closer look at the structure of the EUI48 identifier. Now, if you want a more detailed explanation of MAC address structures, including both EUI48 and EUI64 identifiers, please check out our dedicated video on that topic. The least significant bit, or LSB, of the first byte of the destination MAC address is called the individual group bit, or IGB bit. Now, this LSB of the first byte defines the type of address. Indeed, if the IGB bit is equal to 0, then the destination address is unicast. Otherwise, it is a multicast address. Now that we have seen the individual group bit, let's move on to the universal local bit, often called the UL bit. A MAC address can either be universally administered address, UAA, or locally administered address, LAA. A UAA is uniquely assigned to a device by its manufacturer, while on the other hand, a locally administered address is assigned to a device by a network administrator, overwriting thus the burned-in MAC address. Now, the second least significant bit of the first byte of a MAC address distinguishes the locally from universally administered addresses. Indeed, this bit is referred to as the universal local bit, or UL bit, and it indicates how the MAC address is administered. More specifically, if the UL bit is equal to 0, then the address is universally administered, otherwise it is locally administered. Let's take the following MAC address and determine whether it is unicast or multicast and whether it is universally or locally administered. The first byte here is 01 in hexadecimal, and if we write that in binary, it becomes 00000001. Now, the very first least significant bit, the IGB bit, is set to 1. That means this is a multicast address. Next, we check the second LSB, the UL bit, and in this case, it's 0, which tells us that the address is universally administered. Now, let's try another example with a different MAC address. And in this case, the first byte is 02 in hexadecimal, which is 00000010 in binary. Looking at the first least significant bit, the IGB bit, we see it's 0, which tells us this is a unicast address. While the second LSB, the UL bit, is 1, so this is a locally administered address. To wrap up, let's summarize the IGB and UL bits in a handy table. On the left, we have whether the address is individually assigned, unicast, or group address, multicast. On the top, we have whether the address is universally or locally administered. This gives us a predictable pattern in the first byte, and you can immediately tell the type of address and whether it's universal or local. This is a quick way to decode MAC address without checking the entire value. And that's it for today's look at the IG and UL bits of MAC addresses. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next episode of COMNET Protocols.